The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway in Foxborough. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run again with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Harris, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Jones. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots! Hunter Henry, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. It's the score 7-0. Now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their own 24. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score 8-7. Chargers nothing.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. They'll run for it with Eckler. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here?
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That's caught by Myers. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Patriots force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also
Jones hit and the ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now Jones. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On first down, Justin Herbert finding Williams once more, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on second down, Herbert over the middle, complete. It's Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Herbert back to the air. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains.
He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
They find some open field here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
From the 40 now on second down.
Herbert, this is swung out to Eckler.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. On 4th down, Herbert.
He's got his tight end over the middle. That's McKinney.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. This complete to Henry over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it here. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1 yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. On 4th down, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Marcus Jones on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
And he's got some space here. A big play there for New England. 63 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Kenneth Murray, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Jones on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to...
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on